Hello and welcome to a first Mordheim Mumble. So Mordheim Mumble episode 1, should call it. So we're going to do this at the end of each cycle. So the cycle being 4 phases of 3 warbands playing 3 2-player games between them and a 3-player at the end. That's how our campaign is working. We'll do 4 overall. So every warband will play.
Everyone will play every other warband.
Every other warband and play 4 3-player games.
Yeah. And then I think we were going to maybe do an extra 3-player or more.
Yeah, we might do more towards the end, but we're not sure yet.
On that, so.
We've done that.
Yeah.
So basically we're going to use this to kind of, literally just mumble vaguely into a microphone about our warbands and how they've done. And I guess a bit about how we're feeling about them.
Yeah.
And kind of thinking about things about what we might do with them going forwards.
Notable moments.
Yeah. I can't remember any notable moments from the first one. But I can remember my orcs getting blunderbussed to oblivion. That was a notable moment. So the way we're going to go down the order is we're going to go down the order from top of the league to bottom of the league.
Yeah. Probably say how we do the points.
Yeah. So you'll see at the end of the 3-player games we do a league summary. So how the points work, because in a 2-player game, you get 3 points for a win. You 3 points for a win, 1 point for a voluntary route, and no points for a route.
Yeah.
And then in a 3-player game, it's still 3 points for a win, 1 point if you're the first warband to voluntarily route, 2 points if you're the second warband to voluntarily route. And we are kind of keeping a tally of some individual models, aren't we? Some heroes,
we
kills
haven't
they
been
get.
that consistent, but we're meaning to do it, and we're going to make sure we are.
The good thing about recording every game is we can go back and check. So, so that's where we're at. So we finished this. Obviously, is at the end of the first cycle, so we got our league results. I'll just read out the results.
Yeah,
and then we'll go back to the top. So in the lead is Orcs, is Damob with 9 points because they won all 3 games.
Yeah.
Next is Isabella's Revenge, which is the Undead. Joint second with Witch Hunters. What's your Witch Hunters called?
The Vigilant.
The Vigilant. They both got 8. And then there's 3 third places, which is Lizardmen, which are called
Sotek's Wrath.
As well. My Shadow Warriors, which I realised I'd called the Sons of Nagaryth, and then remembered that they're all women, so I'm going to call them the Daughters of Nagaryth. And the Norse, which are called Smelly Dogs.
They are. I just can't remember. I haven't got my roster with me for some reason. I don't know what it is, so I can't remember.
Jack. And then in 4th, I suppose, is Reikland, which are called
Sons of Reikland.
Dwarves in 5th. They're
the Jareth's Ironbeards.
My Possessed, which is Nurgle's children. Skaven.
Did we get?
Did they get a name? No, I think they're still
named, aren't they?
We only got 3 suggestions, did we?
And they weren't great. One of them was just like dwarves with tails.
That's it.
No offense to the person. Thank you for the suggestion, but anyway, the Skaven.
I think it was Furbies was the last one.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, didn't I come up with I don't know if you went with it, but it was like
the elf
Nibbles,
elf nibblers
or something.
Nibbles, elf nibblers. Yeah, because in the last game they killed the most Shadow Warriors who never died.
It was something to do with them being against elves,
slagging off elves because nobody likes them.
Because nobody likes Shadow Warriors, no. Even I don't particularly like Watch. I love them. But
so we'll go elf nibblers. Nice.
Skaven, and then in 11th is Marauders. What are they called?
Oh, that was a long time ago.
They're called the proverbially
the Endless Slaughter.
That's it.
Or the Endless Slaughter. And then in last place,
the Endless Retreat.
Yeah, yes. Well, at least they, although because they lost all 3 games, but they voluntarily routed in all of them. Whereas the Beastmen are the only ones I think to actually rout.
Test. Yeah, the only one. Yeah,
they're on 2 points, and they're called
Mr. Toodle's Murder Herd.
Or Mr. Toodle's Murdered Herd.
They're the only one for the route test because there was a good reason for them to want to try not to route and not just roll too high.
Anyway, so we'll go back through. This isn't going to be too long, is it?
No, we're not going to spend hours on it.
So go back to top. So Orcs, so they won all 3 games. It was a bit brutal. I'll just quickly find my roster for my orcs. They're called Da Mob. I've gone typically orcish with them. The leader's called Da Boss. He's got step aside now. He's got 2 wounds, 2 attacks. He's got a sword and an axe and a helmet. I've got Da Olden. It's my shaman. Who's also got 2 wounds now. Weapons equal 4. Club 3 dagger. He's got a rubbish spell. I got Da Big Boy. Which is a bit weird. He's got weapons equal 5 now. Although he doesn't miss the next 2 games.
Oh no!
So,
next cycle.
And I got Mean Eye. He's got a blunderbuss. Because I gave him weapons experts. He's got a blunderbuss on his back. Yeah, which is good because he's skill 3. So, and then my henchmen's are not that exciting. I've got goblins with bows, goblins with clubs, 1 boy by himself with an axe and dagger. I've got 3 cave squigs, my troll, who's obviously brilliant, and I've got my warlock. I quite like my warlock.
Both spells are ranged spells.
Both spells are ranged spells. Yeah. It's been a long time since I used the orcs, so they were fun. I mean, I think I did quite lucky with them. I didn't do too badly with animosity. None of them ever killed each other with animosity.
Yeah, we positioned them well that if you did fail, they couldn't charge.
Yeah, I kind of positioned like heroes in between and things, so they were never too bad, and like squigs in between.
Yeah,
because they have to charge. If they can't charge, they just stay there. So, and the warlock I got for free, I think, didn't I? I think I rolled on something. I was on one of the. It's on when you roll for exploration, you can sometimes find a random hero, and I got a warlock. Yeah. And the troll is just brilliant.
Troll's the MVP. It's got to be.
Of the orcs and goblins I used, yeah, definitely.
Just because you never risk of it dying.
Yeah, he's the only one that you can just charge down the middle and not care about. Yeah. And he just soaks up so much fire because he's tough as 5.
Toughness 4, but he's got a 4-up regen.
Oh, it's a toughness 4. Yeah.
It's strength 5.
Strength 5.
Which is really hard.
Which is really good, yeah. Which is really good. Yeah. I can't think of much else to add about the orcs goblins, really. Really, because it's been so long since I played with them.
Yeah. They're good all round. But you did realise today that they can have crossbows.
Yeah, the orcs can have crossbows.
And they've got like 3, not 2.
But the boss is skill 4.
Yeah.
So I can give my orc boss a crossbow, but skill 4 means he hits the same as...
Same as on Witch Hunter Captain.
Witch Hunter Captain on where he starts, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I've only got 14 gold left on them, but I will definitely buy him a crossbow.
Yeah.
Because then I'll have 2 goblins with bows, a boss with a crossbow. I'll have the warlock firing spells off. It'll be quite a lot of shooting.
Yeah, that should be pretty good range.
And I've got a guy with a blunderbuss.
Yeah.
It's a quite good range threat. And a troll.
Which has to be
probably the scariest combat threat certainly we have at the moment.
Yeah, until we start getting loads of levels up.
Yeah.
Like the vampire and stuff.
Yeah.
Even then, no one can get as good as a 4-up regen or anything, can they?
No one can get good up. No one can get as good as never dying. Can they? Yeah. Okay, that's enough about the orcs, I think. Yeah. Next one is my undead, Isabella's Revenge. My vampire, she's quite tough. She's got she only leveled up like once, I think.
No, because she's got Step Aside and the other one.
Got Dodge.
So actually, she's basically got almost like the troll. She's got a 5-up save against shooting and combat.
Yeah, but she must have leveled up.
Maybe she starts slower.
Yeah, she leveled up once. She will level up immediately.
Oh, she started with 1.
Yeah. So she's got heavy armor, a shield, a sword.
She's one of the
most
heavily
armored.
Yeah.
She moves 6, so heavy armor and shield is not bad for her.
She did with 5. She did miss a game though, didn't she? Because the Marauders cast a spell and put her
out. That was it. Yeah, that's why she's not got. I was thinking why she didn't double up more than once because they won twice.
She killed the
ogre
with the
she was responsible for capturing with her bow. Yeah.
So let's go. 4.
4, yeah.
4. She's got really good stats.
She's got generally good stats, yeah. She's got dodge now, which is brilliant. So she's got 5+ ignore range attacks, which is really good.
Yeah. With her heavy armor and shield as well against a bow.
Yeah.
She's got 4 armor.
Against a bow, it's brilliant, yeah. So against a bow, they've got to hit her, wound her on a 5, she can dodge it, and she's got a 4+ save.
Yeah.
And you've got 2 wounds.
Yeah.
Just to be sure. She's pretty cool. Necromancer, Necromancer, Spell of Doom. Oh, he's got sorcery now though, so the Spell of Doom's easier to get off.
Okay.
And then all 3 dregs have all got step aside, and just various weapons. They're not particularly exciting dregs at the moment. They need a few more games before they get exciting. And then, no, wrong way. And then I've got the henchmen for Undead aren't very exciting. I've got 4 cannibals. Oh, I don't think I put enough ghouls down when I did the picture. I put 3 out. I've actually got 4.
Okay.
So I've got 4 ghouls. They've obviously got sphere. They've got both initiatives. Initiative 4, 3 direwolves. Because the thing with Undead, you've got direwolves and zombies, but they can never get experience. So it's only the ghouls can never get Lads Got Talent.
Can the ghouls not have weapons as well?
They can't have weapons, no.
So although they start with 2 attacks, they'll only ever have 2.
I don't think so.
And other henchman groups would normally.
They can gain attacks.
They can get attacks. Yeah.
I think ghouls can't. I don't think ghouls carry weapons.
Can you do? Can you gain more than 1?
No.
Anyway,
I'll check that later. But yeah, but I have got an ogre.
Yeah.
So, which is my skin wolf, which is cool.
So you got that from a special rule we had in a game.
Yeah, special scenario. Yeah.
I think would be.
Don't know. I think ogres can go to anyone.
Okay.
But I haven't checked actually. Yeah. Lizardmen can't have it.
But we said that.
As part of the scenario, we said that anyone can have it. But they're quite good. They come with 2 swords.
Nice.
And light armor.
Yeah.
Strength 4, toughness 4, 3 wounds. I mean, last time I got an ogre in my Undead in our previous situation in Mordheim, it died immediately in the next game and then died. So I was like, lovely. So yeah. But yeah, I think for my Undead, I'm just excited about. Well, I talked about using the ogre. Something about looking ahead.
That was in 3 players.
That's in 3 players. I haven't used the ogre yet. That'll be fun. And I'm excited about. Well, the vampire obviously getting really good.
Yeah.
And so the dregs are all getting better. So I'm excited about all of them really because everything's just better than it was, isn't it?
Yeah. All our warbands are so much better now after only 3 games. Well, not all, but they're all. They've all got.
They're all better in some ways, aren't they?
Yeah.
None of us have suffered catastrophic.
Catastrophes.
Catastrophic casualties.
I think some of us have had bad games from time to time, but whenever that's happened, I think nearly every time we've been relatively lucky
with the rolls.
Deaths. It hasn't been that bad. I mean, there might be a couple of unfortunate deaths. I think the Marauders. We'll get to them.
Anyway, next, Witch Hunters.
Witch Hunters, yes, they joined 2nd on 8 points. So they won 2 and then came second in the 3-player. Basically, okay, so we'll start with the heroes. We've got the Judge, who's a Witch Hunter Captain, Quick Shot, Blitzskill 5, 2 attacks, and a crossbow. I've gone with crossbows for all of them. So, yeah, one of the better shooting threats that we have is 2 Blitzskill 5 crossbow shots. It's pretty crazy. I just need to get the skill, I think, hopefully, where you can move and fire. That'll make him
that'll make him really scary.
Because that's what I found in these games so far is he's got to get into position and then you can move again. The enemy can move again to get out of the way. Got 3 Witch Hunters, the Thief, the Traveller, and the Jailer. They've now all got crossbows. On there yet. They're not. The Thief has got Blitzskill 4. Other than that, the other 2 are Blitzskill 3. So they're not that scary, but the crossbows are good at strength 4.
I think your priest done anything, has he?
The priest hasn't done anything. He's got Armour of Righteousness, which is not a great spell because it's 9 to cast. Gives him a 2-up save, so it's great when it goes off. But he's not got strength 4. But yeah, hopefully if he can level up and get another spell or something, that'd be good. Then my henchmen. Got 2 groups of 2 flagellants now, just both with flails. I think they're pretty good all round. They only have 1 attack. So it's a bit annoying. They're only Blitzskill 3 is 1 attack, but when they hit, they're strength 6 in the first round of combat, so they are actually quite scary. And their toughness 4. 4 Warhounds. Generally find in all the warbands that can take Warhound type models, you want to take a few because they're just so useful.
Yeah, they're so quick, aren't they? So.
Yeah, these ones already move 6. I think they're the slowest ones. But they're still move 6 still good.
I mean, technically, direwolves are slower because they can't march, but they charge 18.
Yeah.
So
these are good. Weapon skill 4, strength 4. It's always surprising to realise they're better than most henchmen. Even once henchmen leveled up,
humans, yeah.
Initiative 4 as well. And then I hired a halfling ranger called Bob. He spent all of the last game getting knocked down, and then finally took someone help.
Yeah, bastard.
Yeah, he's bliss skill 5 now. He leveled up, so he's
pretty good. He's pretty useful.
I took him just because the limit of the size on witch hunters is 12. So if you take him, you can take an extra person. So it's pretty good. I think I'm quite pleased with how the witch hunters done. They're pretty scary at range and combat, so I think they're good all round.
I mean, the judge is very scary at range. The other two aren't so bad. Well, the thief is a bit scary.
The thief is bliss skill 4 now, but still only 1 bliss skill 4 crossbow shot, which a lot of other people got, or can get. There's got nothing in common. Like let's say the flagellant's only 1 attack, but that's strength 6. Means you can't even parry most of their attacks. Most people can't parry their attacks.
Parry is on the hit.
But you can't parry a strength 6 attack if you're...
Oh, if you're strength 3, yeah, I see what you mean, yeah, sorry. You can't parry twice your strength.
I'd like to see a flagellant level up and get Lads Got Talent to get 6 heroes, but yeah.
Which one, Lizardmen next? So do you want
Lizardmen, okay.
Yeah, Sotex.
Sotex Roth. Not so sure about that name. Where are they? So, the leader is a skink priest.
What does Weird Turn to do again? Does that mean you get like reroll?
That's my biggest disappointment with Lizardmen. When I chose the skills, I thought I'd do something different to all the other warbands that I got. And instead of taking like a combat thing or something that helps him in the game, I took Weirdstone Hunter, which means he can re-roll 1 dice whenever he hunts. But obviously that only works if he lives. He hasn't died yet, but it's still a worry. And I just think an extra spell or something, or +1 to cast would have
something else would have been better.
That helps him in the game. So what he's basically ended up doing is his spell is a spell that makes you move again.
Yeah.
It's not that great because you're going to move 4 inches. So he's kind of transitioned into an archer anyway. He's bliss skill 5 with a poison shortbow. Well, I keep buying poison for it anyway. So he's the short bows and Lizardmen are strength 4 if you give them this special poison. So actually they're pretty scary because bliss skill 5 short range crossbow basically. I don't think it affects armor. So it's not quite as scary as a crossbow.
It doesn't, yeah. There's certain, like, a lot of undead are immune to poison.
Yeah, that's true. Then I've got total.
Although it didn't seem to be that much of a difficulty. Like, you still beat them. In the 3-player game, you beat them.
They still beat them, yeah. Just do the volume of shots.
Yeah.
Saurus Totem Warrior, he's sort of the combat. Well, again, he's got 1 attack, but they've all the swords have got a bite attack. So that helps him out a bit. He's got a good armor save as well. I think he's got like 3+ armor.
Yeah, he's got a thickest armor save. I think he's got light armor, shield.
Which in one game he just got critted against a lot, so it didn't help him. But in another game he just
tanked everything. Yeah, exactly.
2 archery skink heroes, 1 bliss skill 4, the other 3, and they just got short bows
with poison.
One's got quick shot. So
yeah.
Oh, I should mention. So one of them's called Scorch, and he's got 4 kills, which I think is up there with. I think anyone's got more than 4.
He might be the highest.
Top, yeah.
What's the judge got actually?
The judge he killed two that time, and 1 another time, so it's 3.
Really 3? Okay.
Yeah, I think. And then henchmen, sources. I haven't found they've done that well so far. I think they should be good.
Keep dying.
They just haven't.
Because the fire gal died, didn't it?
Because I've only got 1 group of. I kept losing. I think maybe once or twice I lost the 1 henchman group of swords, so I've just rolled them into 1 group now. So that group should hopefully not ever get wiped out in one go. They're good. That
sounds like a challenge.
But even if they all die, yeah, it's got to be pretty unlucky to lose them all. But now that I've said that, that's obviously what's going to happen. They're okay. I think they get another attack. You know, they're good all round, but they're just, I don't know. Maybe they've just been unlucky. But I'm more excited about the skinks because one group I've got 2 groups of 2 skinks. One group's got bliss skill 4. Again, they've got the poison short bows, so they can just, act as pretty scary range. They can't do anything in combat. They're toughness 2, so they're rubbish in combat. But I think they're more useful than the swords at the moment, and you can have more of them, have a lot more.
Cool.
Yeah, I think that's about it for my Lizardmen.
Okay, on to my elves, my shadow warriors, the daughters of Nagaryth. I will change that.
Yeah.
They are obviously very shooty. So my master she hasn't got any. I've got plus 1 strength 4. Great. She's got 3 kills. She's got 3 kills. She's got quick shot, and then she's now got an elf bow, which is -1 to armor, so that's good. She's got Ithilmar armor and a shield, so she's got 4+ save, as well as a sword and obviously 3 dagger. So she's pretty good.
And Ithilmar armor just doesn't slow down.
Doesn't slow down, yeah. So you can wear it and have a shield, and she still moves 5.
Yeah.
I think my Shadow Weaver, who is actually really scary. He's the one that keeps jumping around and killing people.
Magic Man.
Yeah, he waits for someone to shoot them, stun them, and he jumps over them and murders them. He's got 3 kills.
He's one of the most versatile, probably one of the scariest characters, just because you can't stop him.
He doesn't know what the toughest, because he's tough as 4.
Oh, really?
He's tough as 4 elf.
Yeah, that's not right.
Yeah. He's got 2 spells now. You can also do the Pool of Shadow one where you just hide everyone.
Yes, he's perfect.
And then I've got 3 walkers. They've all got longbows, 3 dagger and swords, 1 Nathaniel.
Biscuit 4?
Biscuit 5. 1 Biscuit 5, which is, Arendriel. The other one's Biscuit 4, got quick shot. So I've got 2 quick shots in here. And 1 got plus 1 initiative. Got initiative 7 elf. That's pointless. Everything else in this game is low initiative already. But anyway, that's quite fun. And then wrong way. Keep going the wrong way. And then for my henchmen, I've got 3 novices, and they've got skill 4 now. So everything's shooting with skill 4, and 2 warriors with skill 4. They've got 2 attacks, so they're better when they combat. And I thought, let's mix up the elfness and buy an elf ranger. So I've got an elf ranger. That's got an elf bow with a sword, a 3 dagger, an elf cloak as well. So it's like nice one to hit.
Does the elf ranger actually come with a 3 dagger then? Or did you just assume?
I don't know if it does. I assume it did. I don't think it does. So I have to rub that out because it doesn't say 3 dagger on it.
Yeah, and I realised today.
We realised today that you can't change the equipment, so it probably hasn't got 3 dagger. Actually, I wrote it on there because I just assumed it would, but I don't think it does. Yeah. That's physical 5 as well. So I've got now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 models. So that's 11 bows. 2 of them are quick shot. Got 13 shots a game.
And nothing below skill 4.
Nothing below skill 4, and 1, 2, 3 skill 5s. Including 1 of them a quick shot.
So the first time round that this warband played, I think both of the opposing warbands were majority toughness 3. There's a few toughness 4 models in them. So it'll be interesting to see when they eventually run up against like Beastmen or something.
Or dwarves. Dwarves will be an interesting one because all toughness 4.
Yeah. Also, you just got that volume of fire.
There is a huge volume of fire, and they can basically just run away and shoot you.
Yeah.
It's pretty much a tactic, is sod any objective and just stand there and shoot stuff. Particularly when, like the elf bows are range 36.
They were unlucky to not win. I think in the 3 play.
In the 3 play, I was stupid. I was stupid with it. Yeah, I should have hidden them all and then just moved somewhere where I knew they could shoot from, because they could outshoot both the warbands they were playing against. But for some reason, I got in too close, and then they all got murdered by Skaven.
Yeah. Well, you probably weren't expecting me to kill anything.
Well, there's that too. But I mean, the thing with them, although a lot of them are weapon skill 5 actually, or weapon skill 4, there are only toughness 3.
Toughness 3, and all their shots. They got their shots. It's all strength 3. If we start getting some toughness 5 people, you're going to win them on 6s. So,
I mean, the other thing is that what I may do, if I get a skill, for example, is I could give one of them, for example, the weapons expert, and then try and find a crossbow.
Yeah,
something is what I might. That's what I'm thinking going forward. Is I want to have a better shooting attack.
Yeah.
So I might do that where I give a hero weapons expert and then give them. If I can get a good rarity roll, I could buy them like a rifle, and just do like beginning of the game, first shot, fire a rifle at someone with quick shot. I'm assuming you can fire twice. I don't know whether quick shot works.
It might be as You might need to.
They allow black powder weapons.
Yeah, so I don't know whether you can fire twice.
So there's a warband that weren't allowed them. I can't remember who they were.
Yeah, but that's why you get weapons expert. I mean, that means you can carry ones you can't normally carry.
Oh, so it'd still be allowed?
Yeah.
Okay.
As long as it's within your, as long as you can carry missile weapons.
Yeah.
Then you can, which is how my orcs got a
blunderbuss.
Blunderbuss.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I think if I level up, if I get a skill on someone, I may give them that instead of like quick shot, which I've been doing so far, and give then I can give someone a crossbow.
I mean, they're a completely different play style to the warbands. I think that's good that they just play like you think they would.
Yeah.
And
very stealthy.
Have what a warband that's not just a big, like the witch hunters, got a bit of combat, bit of shooting, like all the warbands, but you have to think completely differently when you use them. You can see it, and it's quite interesting actually. Yeah,
I like that's one thing I like about the three warbands I've discussed so far: the orcs, undead, and my elves. For my ones, is they're all different.
Yeah,
they'll play differently.
Yeah.
Anyway, on to your Norse, which you haven't got your...
I've got the roster sheet for them. So I'll just go as much as I can remember. The Jarl, I think he's called, Torvald. Oh, it's Torvald's Ravager, that's the name of him. He's basically just tooled up for combat. He's got mighty blows, he's strength 5. And I think he's got like 2 or 3 attacks now. He's just good in combat. He hasn't done a lot yet. Werewolf is the biggest threat in the warband. It's basically like a possessed, without mutation. It's got 2 wounds, 2 attacks. Strength, I think it's strength 5 now as well. And it's quite fast.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the heroes, I've got a couple of... they're kind of like similar to the flagellants. They're, I think, called berserkers. They got flails. But they're frenzied, so they get 2 attacks. So I think they're a bit more dangerous than the flagellants. They're in toughness 3. And the rest of the warband is kind of just like humans, but with weapon skill 4, so a bit better than regular humans. And then some wolves that are faster. They move 9. They're actually the fastest things in the game because they can march 18 and nothing else can go that far. But they're only weapon skill 3, strength 3. Yeah. Unlike the warhounds, which are full strength 4, so a lot less threatening. I've got 4 of them. I think they're good overall. There's not much shooting in the warband. I've got like 1 or 2 bowmen, I think. And I can't have anything better than a bow.
Yeah.
They can take throwing axes, but you've got to get right close to use them, and then you might as well charge.
Yeah. Yeah, so I thought that. Like, why would you...
Because they're 8-inch range, and they've all got an 8-inch charge.
Well, the only reason you do it is because you can't charge when you get up.
Right.
When you're knocked down, I don't think you can charge when you're going up from being knocked down.
Okay.
So you could lob an axe at them instead.
Yeah. I'll probably just buy other equipment. I think they're a good warband. They've got like a bit of speed. They've got good combat.
I like them because they're different.
Yeah, they're different aesthetic as well.
Different aesthetic. Kind of like the fact that we don't really have any kind of repeating warbands, as it were. Even like we've kind of got 3 chaos warbands. We're all just possessed in Norse, and they're all quite different. Yeah.
The Norse are from Norska, which is chaos, like infectors and infested. But I think it says in the background they don't all worship. They're not like the Marauders that worship chaos necessarily. They're more like Viking inspired. But
yeah, they are.
They've got a werewolf, so they're a bit chaotic. So. I think that's about it for them. I can't remember everything about them because I've got this sheet.
I think the most exciting thing for them really is what's the werewolf going to become.
Yeah,
looking forward,
it's enabling the werewolf and trying to get him because he's had 2 games of shocking combat where he's just struggled to kill. He's struggled to kill a goblin. He's struggled to kill like a regular Skaven. I think
wouldn't be a goblin because wouldn't have goblins, but
it was a.
Oh yeah, no, the goblin called in the Weirdstone. He could
something like that.
The couple, but then he did have one. He did have one that wasn't so bad.
He's kept missing, but he's actually comparable to the vampire as well. He's got similar stats.
Yeah.
It's just he can't get as good equipment and stuff. Yeah. See how good he becomes.
On to Reikland. The Sons of Reikland.
Yeah.
Most notable moment was Trigger blunderbussing about 7 orcs in one go.
He's the only one who's really done anything, I think, of note. So we've got Sterling with his 2 pistols. He hasn't killed anyone. So, ballistic skill 5. So, hopefully he'll get better.
Yeah.
Then we've got Champ Krieger with his 2 injured hands. So,
He's got to kill one or was it
that was
two?
killed 2, so he's now got a crossbow. So
I think maybe we should say that he can't get another hand injury. Because surely, if he gets another hand injury, he hasn't got 3 hands.
maybe just lose some more fingers.
Yeah.
Lose his thumbs.
That means he can't hold a finger. They're going to thumb.
Oh, the crossbow, yeah. And Barry, he's just down to a mace because he got robbed.
They've been unlucky. I think the thing with your Reikland, it's like, as you said, it's like before we started the last game, they were your first warband.
So the first game with them was my first. I didn't even have a practice game. That was my first ever game. So I think I just ran at some big orcs, not realising
and all got murdered.
what was the problem.
Yes.
So
That
yeah,
must have happened.
yeah. So it wasn't. So Youngbloods. I got one with halberd, with scarred and step aside. So that Poovy's doing all right.
Didn't he get robbed at one point?
He got robbed at the start.
He killed the Centaur, I think, didn't he?
Well, I think he took it down and then some henchmen.
Yeah. Other than him,
But he's got 2 kills, though.
Yeah.
2 outs. He's been out twice.
Oh, okay.
No kills. He's
No
been
kills
out
out twice. Okay.
Yeah. Then Tunt with a sword. I think I only had 1 game in the free playing and
Oh, yeah.
just hid behind a wall. Didn't really do much. The henchman groups, again, showing that I was new, was a bit mixed up. So I've got 2 warrior groups with 1 warrior in each. I don't know why. I've split them up. And Trigger's on his own with his blunderbuss, but he's got 3 kills.
Yeah. Mainly, I think it was pretty much all on that 1 shot.
Yeah. There was that 1 shot, got him 3 kills.
Actually, no, he got 1, he got like 2 off that, and then a goblin charged him and he killed it in combat, didn't he?
No, the goblin killed him.
Oh, did the goblin
He
kill him?
shot, killed 3, and the goblin just ran up and...
Yeah, because he killed my shaman. He's the one that killed the big and now misses 2 games.
Yeah.
And I think he took the boss
he
out.
killed the boss.
I can't remember what he did, yeah.
And then I just have 3 archers, but they're on ballistic skill 5, but...
Yeah,
Reikland shoot.
but I think, didn't they get Ballistic Skill 5 in the last... I know it wouldn't be the last game, it would be the second game, wouldn't it?
Second game.
Did
Yeah.
you give them crossbows, or do they have to have bows?
I don't know, actually.
I don't know. I'm
check
just
that.
more a fan of. I know crossbows are less versatile, but the bows just don't seem to be giving it.
Yeah, so I think it's a bit of an experience. They are my highest scoring on points, but that was just because the Beastmen failed a rank test
Yeah.
Yeah.
more than my skill.
Very well. You killed enough to make the divorce right.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
But yeah.
Marksman. Yeah, they can have crossbows, they can have handguns, they can have blunderbusses, they can have longbows, they can have hunting rifles. That's 200 gold for a hunting rifle.
Okay.
Yeah, they have crossbows.
Okay.
But then, of course, you have to buy them all crossbows.
After buy.
75 gold.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Have they got bows at the moment?
They just got standard bows.
Yeah, because you could get them long bows. That would only be 45 gold. And then they give us an extra 6-inch range.
Yeah, probably not. Probably worth just saving for crossbows, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just so much more threatening having 3 crossbows like we found in that last game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
crossbows
Like,
are scary.
yeah.
That strength 4 is
Yeah.
scary.
Yeah, so, 6 points in the league, but they're a bit knocked about, I think, the Reikland.
They have been knocked
They've
about,
been
yeah.
bad,
They've been
yeah.
bad, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, they were kind of your learning one.
Learning, yeah.
Although they are still your best performing one.
Best performing, but I don't think they're going to do in the next phase. I don't think they're going to cope very well.
Let's see.
Yeah, like you were saying, the other warbands just look a lot scarier.
They've all got
levels that
stronger,
compared to
whereas
the road.
These
I think
guys,
what you'll be facing with them, they were your first ones. That might be facing my possessed.
Because we haven't.
No, we haven't worked it out yet.
Yeah.
We'll work it out. So I can work it out later. But
yeah, that's them anyway. So Trigger's still there.
so then your dwarves are next, and we've kind of just done a battle with your dwarves. So
The dwarves.
I think it took you 2 battles to learn your dwarves, how to use them.
Yes.
And in the
They were
third
terrifying
game,
the last
in the
game.
third game, you knew how to use them, and you won it actually quite comfortably, and didn't take any casualties.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's it.
I did just hide.
Yes, but that
But
is
you hid in the right way where
You hid in the right
you were
way.
unassailable. Like I just,
Just beat off the dogs and
Yeah,
I don't let him
get off.
I don't know what you do the weekend, mate.
That's a different channel.
You did. Yeah, like anything that came around near you, you just either shot them or charged them, and then retreated again.
Yeah, just got the crossbows in position, then just built a wall around them to protect them. So.
Yeah, it was very sensible.
Do I need to go through?
Probably not. Yeah, you get to. Yeah. So
there's King Jareth. He's got his two-handed axe, a shield, and a pistol. Strong man, and now he has mighty blow.
He's 26.
So he'll be beating off more dogs easily. Hoggle the engineer with his crossbow.
He's got a free dagger, I'm assuming.
Free dagger, yeah. +1 strength, +1 ballistic skill, causes fear.
He's so scarred. What's weird about it is like, I don't think trolls aren't affected by it, but you think some things in the game aren't going to care about a scarred dwarf. They're not going to be scared of us. My mutant covered in spines isn't going to care about your guy's got a big scar across his face.
A swords warrior that could bite your head off isn't going to care.
Anyway,
then 2 troll slayers. Yeah, Didymus, he's on 2 movement now.
No.
But they've both got +1 attack. They've done all right.
And they've got a dwarf axe and an axe.
Dwarf axe and an axe. So
they're doing
too
bad.
And now henchmen. Just one little beard left.
Yeah,
I'm not sure we'll get any more.
We'll let him die.
They've got skill 2 or something.
Let's go 3.
Skill 3, ballistic skill 2.
So they're still tough as 4.
2 thunderers with crossbows. Ballistic skill 4.
Yeah, that's
give some more of them.
Yeah, they're scary.
And then my new henchman group, the King's Guard, has got an axe each of them, just normal clansmen.
Yeah.
They get upgraded to swords and shields and armor.
Yeah.
They'll be all right.
Yeah, they will, yeah. It's just like your warbands started with 7, now they're 10, they're a lot scarier.
Yeah. So they're the ones, I'm most comfortable with.
Cool.
But I had a few games to get better at the game, I think.
Yeah.
Learning to position for charging was
Yeah.
Learning that was helpful. Not just standing in the open, shouting at orcs.
Yeah. And then getting charged by trolls.
Yeah.
Who's next?
Possessed. My Possessed. They're the Nurgle's children, I think I called them.
Yeah.
I would possibly argue they've been unlucky.
So they were unlucky.
They've been unlucky in both of them, really, I think, in all the games, really. And they did win. They won one. Who did they beat? Did they beat the Dwarves?
They beat Dwarves.
Beat the Dwarves, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, got my Magister. He's got a club for dagger. Vision of Torment is quite a fun spell if you get it off. It stuns someone immediately. You've got to step aside. My Mutant, who did really well in the last game, because he leveled up twice and got +1 strength and +1 attacks. He's now strength 4, 2 attacks with spines, with an axe and with dagger, so he gets 4 potential attacks, which is quite good. The spines were amazing. My Possessor has done nothing.
Yeah, it's done nothing.
He's been taken out, I think, twice. He's done nothing at all. Killed no one.
That's so weird. And I'm thinking back to our first campaign years ago. The Possessed was terrifying, I think.
But for some reason, I'm saving up for another one. I'm thinking here, why am I doing that for? Why don't I just buy like a load more other stuff? I could buy like a load more Brethren with bows or something, or something different. But anyway, I'm saving up for another Possessed because I want 6 heroes.
Yeah.
Because I've got another Mutant who's got Black Blood and Step Aside. He's done fine. He hasn't killed anyone, I don't think, but he's survived 3 games. And then my lad's got talent, my Gore. I'm pleased with him. He's got Step Aside and axe and sword. So if I get another Possessed, I'll have 6 heroes, which means that it's just more chance of more gold, isn't it? And then my henchman groups for them is my Gores and my Lurkers, my Brethren. We've got Mystical 4 now, which is quite good.
Yeah, surprisingly good. You kind of think Possessed is not really having any shooting worth speaking of.
Yeah, but if you get Brethren with 2, I might, if I don't, once I get a Possessed, I'll basically just keep expanding them. And then they'll end up costing more with the more experience you get. But that's what I'll do, is I'll keep adding more Lurkers, more Brethren with bows. I don't particularly want Dark Souls. I don't really know how I feel about my Possessed at the moment, because they're kind of gone a bit. They're my least successful ones.
Yeah.
So I'm a bit meh about them compared to the other ones. Yeah. Like I've got the other ones are top 3, and they're near the bottom. So it's a bit like meh. I guess I just want my Possessed to do something.
You're lucky because it missed a game as well, which would have really helped.
He missed a game, which didn't help. He's not leveled up at all.
And it got taken out the first game, then the last game just got knocked
Knocked stunned and stuff, yeah. I mean, I think what also didn't help for these guys is they fought two... Both the warbands they were facing were both had crossbows.
Yeah.
Like the warbands with crossbows was what they were facing, which is not what they want. They want to fight the Norse, or the Lizardmen are a bit scary, but they'd love to fight the Norse or the Skaven or Marauders, other things in combat. They don't want to be fighting crossbows. But I think they only really, the Reikland might buy crossbows for, but there aren't very any other warbands that are really crossbow heavy. So hopefully they won't have to do that again. They've done it now and they survived. So yeah. So that's them done. Skaven. Nibbles, elf nibblers.
So we have Nibbles with his warp block pistol and a sword.
He killed someone with that pistol, didn't he?
He did. Yeah. An elf.
He
killed an elf.
Of course he killed an elf.
He's got eagle eyes and hunter, so he's going to be firing that pistol every turn now.
Yeah.
So he's doing. Yeah, I'm happy with him.
Right, yeah.
And 2 black Skaven, cleave, swords, and hates Torvald. I'm not sure he's going to meet him anytime soon, but
no, probably not.
Still hates him though.
Still hates him, yeah.
Well, the original cleave died, wasn't he? I lost him.
You did lose him, yeah.
So this is the second cleave. Then Bloodclaw, he's got a kill. Killed an elf.
Nice.
+1 weapon skill. He's got the fighting claws.
That was just in because I think in my first 2 games of elves I didn't lose a single one.
Yeah.
and then in the 3-player I lost like 4. I was like, ah! Thankfully they all survived, I think, but it was just like scary. I wasn't used to anyone dying.
2 Night Runners, Crim, 7.
I love that you called 7.
I don't think they've done.
They haven't done much, but Night Runners are like the really cheap ones, aren't they?
Yeah.
You kind of just get them to survive and pick off something easy.
Again, one of them's got scars.
Yeah.
Well, he's an expert swordsman now.
Yeah,
I can't remember what that does now. I think it was rerolls, was it?
Reroll when you charge with swords?
Can't remember.
Yeah.
Reroll to hit when you charge.
You got your sorcerer,
Scorch.
who's been pretty useless, I think, to remember. 1 kill.
He killed a dog.
But his spell has been rubbish. He's failed his spell a lot, hasn't he?
Most of my warbands have found most things.
I don't think this warband's in a bad place, though.
No, they're all right.
Scary warband.
And I think the same of your dwarves are in a good place now.
Dwarves are all right.
Ready for the next lot. Even your marauders, we'll get to next, aren't in a bad place. I think Alex the Reikland, which surprising because they're the ones that have won.
I think the mistake I made with the Skaven was I give too much equipment to the henchmen rather than getting more henchmen.
Right.
Like 2 maces, a sling, sword, mace, sling again.
Yeah.
Well, I should just give them all a mace and have more.
Yeah. I think that's your Skaven onto Marauders. The end of slaughtered. I think they'd be a bit unlucky, to be honest.
Again, it was a bad setup because I give my henchmen
stuff rather than
axes and a shield because that's how I built them. So I thought, which wasn't helpful in the game.
There's a bit of temptation for that. Like, say for example, some of my models with like big muscles. Well, want to give them strength-based things rather than what's necessarily best for the warband. But swinging around.
Generally speaking, more bodies is better than
Yeah. I think actually my first game with them was actually I'll give you my secrets here. It was only my second game playing, so I still wasn't. I don't think I did too bad in that one.
We mixed the order up a bit at the start. That was before we finalised how we were going to do the league and everything. Like the order of the warbands, was it?
I think there's some scheduling problem. We couldn't all get
it must have been
right times. And
so did we play like our?
We skipped ahead and then went back or something.
Probably you played a couple of games with Reikland first.
No, it was a game of Reikland. I think you might have been ill actually, or
I can't remember now. Yeah.
So we just did this
as one off.
Marauders just play it because.
When Marauders your second one, were they?
They're my second group, yeah.
Second group, okay. So they must have played my Undead, yeah.
Yes, it was that. Yeah, it was that defend the middle one.
Oh yeah, that didn't go well.
Yes, I could have done with the henchman having extra attacks rather than a shield.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, generally speaking, shields on henchmen isn't really worth it.
No. Anyway, so Lognar's in charge now. Because Magni's a spawn.
Yeah. Which is actually, in some ways, better.
Yeah.
Spawn is scary, yeah. They're strength 5+5, I think.
They're like 4 wounds.
The spawn hasn't actually done anything yet. I don't think he's actually got into combat. He's...
No, well, you ended up... Because obviously the first game was against the Undead and you had to lead it then, so you didn't have it against them.
So lost.
Second game against Lizardmen who all just stood there and shot at you. And in the third game, it was...
Somewhere I had to abandon
You
it.
had to abandon it, so...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so...
But we'll see more from the spawns.
We'll see.
Scary one.
Yeah, hopefully we'll be a bit... They're in not a bad position. So we've got Lognar, Axe and Sword, 2 spells, Foresight. I think it's the one that removes heroes if it goes off.
Is it a random hero?
Yes,
it is, yeah.
That's
Slave to Chaos. It's the shooty one. He's got Battle Tongues. They're +1 to cast now.
Oh, cool.
Hoda the Condemned. Just picked up a leg wound. That's all he's really done.
Of course.
Valley, one of the champions, Axe and Sword. He's got chest wound.
But also +1 toughness.
-1
toughness.
-1 toughness for the chest wound, then +1 wound. And Narfi's scars and step aside. So he's in a better position than he was.
The
Henchman groups, the Doomed. What's that? The Henchmen. Then they have Axe and Sword. So got rid of the shields.
Yeah. Let's do 5.
Yep. 3 Ward Hounds now. The Spawn, who's yet to do anything. And the new group, 2 Marauders with Flower and Bows.
Yeah, Flail and Bows.
So hopefully they'll be
good all round.
Picking up some kills.
Yeah.
So they're not. They're down the bottom, but
they're not in a bad place, I wouldn't say.
Hopefully they should pick up some points.
Like I think the only warband that's kind of would say is in a bad place. I think Reikland are right. Everything and actually possessed I don't think are actually in a great place.
No, not.
It doesn't feel. I don't know. Maybe they don't feel like they're in a great place to me, but maybe it's because my other warbands are right on top.
Is it just Beastmen then?
Beastmen left, yeah.
Beastmen, okay.
Mr. Toodle's murder herd.
Yeah, where are they? Mr. Toodle, okay. So we've got Mr. Toodles, the chieftain, axe, sword, mighty blow, making him strength 5. I don't know. Oh, and 2 wounds, so that was his level up. And then the Centaur, Hoofy.
He's got 2 wounds as well, hasn't he?
No, he doesn't.
Oh no, so I was looking at this.
He's strength 5. He only has 1 attack, but he's then obviously got 2 weapons, and then he makes an extra attack.
Why 1 attack?
He just starts with 1 attack.
Oh, okay, so that's
but then his rule is he gets another attack, his base strength.
Yeah,
or something.
He basically has 3.
So basically has 3 strength 5 attacks, which is really
unless he gets knocked down first, which has happened a couple of times.
Yes, if he hasn't done well, you'd think that he'd have done a bit better. I think he had to miss a game as well, possibly.
He did miss a game.
Yeah.
He had to miss a game against me, I think.
Yeah.
I think he went out against...
Oh no, he wasn't only 3-player, I think.
He wasn't in 3-player, he wasn't in 3-player.
Niall, Beastman Shaman, 2 clubs. Don't know what level up he got, but he's got Dark Blood.
Which is quite scary.
It
can also hurt him,
can't it? It can hurt him, he can't take himself out, but it can hurt him. But it's a good range attack. Which this Beastman Warband can't have any range attacks, I don't think Ungors can even have bows.
I think Ungors can have bows.
I don't think they can. Guys, sure would have had it. Yeah. Fluffy, the Bestigor, 2 clubs. Doesn't seem to have. What's his level up been then? I can't tell. But Bestigors are good because their weapons got 4, strength 4, toughness 4, so they're just pretty scary all round. Then Flayer, another Bestigor with 2 clubs. Again, don't seem to have any. Maybe I never wrote down like their levels up. So I'll have to go back through the previous reports. And then I actually have 6 heroes in this warband because I've got a Gore that got talent. Yeah, he's got skill resilient -1 to wound in combat. I'm the only one that's taken that skill so far. I don't know mathematically what's better, that or step aside. Because step aside's always just a third chance to save it.
Yeah.
But resilient could turn your 4+2 into a 5+, or 5+2 into a 6+.
Yeah, he's having 4, so
Yeah, he's stuff.
I think the strength 3 will be winning on 6.
Yeah,
So
which is, I think it's comparable to step aside.
Yeah.
Then henchmen, just 1 gore, a black horn, and 1 white horn gore. So they're at a bit of risk if they die, the whole henchman group dies. And then 4 chaos warhounds. Again, just gone heavy on the warhounds. They move 7. I think they're similar to the witch hunter ones, but they're +1 move for some reason. They're just always useful, really cheap. I think, even though this warband's at the bottom, I think this is one of the scariest ones.
They're not in a bad place.
I've got a lot of strength.
I think again the thing with them though is that they will still struggle against. They're a bit faster though, but if they came up against dwarves,
they're struggling against this crossbow, the dwarves,
and probably struggle against it. Probably even I know that they're toughest 4, but I think they would potentially still struggle against shadow warriors. Yeah, and will just climb walls and hide from them and shoot them.
Yeah,
because if I climb wall, if I get all my people up on buildings,
you tend to
go and your warhounds can't do anything.
Yeah, and I don't have any shooting at all to it. Well, there's this spell, but I think against a combat army, they should be quite.
They could be quite good. Yeah,
they're fast. They don't have bad initiative. Most of them initiative. Some of them initiative 4 anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm actually looking forward to using them again, even though they did terribly. But they're at the bottom of the table on, was it 2 points?
2, yeah.
2, yeah.
Yeah, because they just voluntarily routed twice, and then they were forced to rout once by Reikland.
The mighty Reikland.
Yeah. That's about it for them, I think.
Yeah. So we haven't worked out yet what the matchups will be for the next cycle. But I'm looking forward to the next cycle. Like it's going to be exciting using warbands that have already started to level up.
And we know the characters. We know what they've done, so they've got a bit of backstory and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we've all kind of learned a bit more about our warbands. Like I definitely made a mistake. Well, my biggest mistake was Possessed. I didn't make any mistakes. They were just unlucky with what they ended up fighting against. And like my elves, I made a mistake.
Yeah, you didn't charge into combat every game. You should have been doing that.
But with the
charge
elves,
straightforward.
With the elves,
that's what we're good from now.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do with the elves now. Well, my Shadow Weaver will, because he still play people in combat.
You need to be more cagey with them.
Yeah, cagey with them. But it'll be interesting to see where the league goes now, because kind of we've only done one lot of games. So the points, it'd be interesting to see if the points get very spread out. Like if Beastmen do lose 2 more games, and go to 4, and Orcs win 2, they'll be on 15.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see how it goes. Mm-hmm. But I think, all it takes is for Orcs to lose a game and Norse to win one, and they're drawing on 10. Mm-hmm. And if Reikland can win a game.
Yeah.
No, but we never know what's happening in games. It's so spiky in Mordheim. If I can win a game, and let's say they're playing, not Skaven, that's yours. If they're playing they could shoot up to second.
Yeah.
And even dwarves, if they win a game, the next one they're on second. Even Skaven can jump up to the third, so it's not. It's not hard actually for this league to change quite rapidly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. I think that'll do it. It's almost an hour, so.
Yeah, it's just nice to go over the warbands and just summarise and reminisce about what they've done.
Which I think this I'm thinking about everything to finish on. Out of your 3 warbands, out of your 4 warbands you've got, which one is the one you're most excited about using next time in the next cycle?
Marauders. I don't feel like they got a fair crack at it, so I think I want to get them rolling.
Yeah, kind of missing the 3-player game was a shame for them.
We haven't really seen what they can do properly.
No, I don't think we have.
No, so they're the ones I'm looking forward to.
What about you?
Lizardmen. strange. They're just the most different because they've got good mobile shooting and good combat, slow, steady combat. I just think they're cool, and I like using those old retro models.
Yeah.
From like the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think for me, it's probably the Shadow Warriors. For one, because they're probably my favourite looking warband. Because they all match, and they all look like a unified force more, and also they're the only one out of my 4 that I didn't use last time we did a campaign a few years ago. I used Orcs, Undead, and Possessed then, so they feel like they're my new ones.
Yeah.
With Orcs, Undead, and Possessed, I've done them before, kind of thing.
And they are the most different from those 3. They're more different from them than those 3 are. From each other.
Undead and Possessed actually are quite similar.
Yeah.
Orcs are different, to be fair. But I also only realised today that Orcs can have 20 models in their warband. So I might just get shed loads of squigs.
Get loads of squigs goblins, yeah.
Yeah. Oh. I also didn't realise that I can take goblins with. I can basically take the equivalent of fanatics. I can take some with balls and chains.
Oh, can you have them as well?
Yeah, I can have them as well, yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I thought that was just a night goblin warband.
So I might.
You can't do that.
Yeah, I mean, with the Orcs, I need to get another boy to join the boy I've got. I've got a henchman level 1, which is not. It's a bit scary, but
yeah.
But yeah, it is the elves I'm still most excited about at the moment. I think, but I'm probably gonna have to get a halfling for my elves because I can only get one more at the moment.
Yeah, or a halfling or a halfling cookbook. So.
Yeah.
So I'm probably going to get a half cookbook for my witch hunters as well to get more models.
Or I might even just get a hired sword for them.
That's something as well. I'm more open to hired swords now than I was before. I'm quite excited to get hired swords, being as they don't count towards. I didn't realise they didn't count towards your warband limit.
Yeah.
So I want to get some more of them, I think.
And they're kind of simplistic to use because you haven't got to worry about what they're equipped with.
Yeah.
They just come with what they come with. Yeah. And they can also add a bit of variety. Like imagine if I put a pit fighter in my elves.
Yeah, that's it.
It's completely different.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, my orcs have got one. My elves have got one.
You haven't got any hard swords, do you?
No, not yet. No.
I've got the halfling ranger. It's the only one I've got. What else? I don't think Beastmen can hire any.
I've actually my undead have got one as well. I've got 3 of my warbands have got one. My undead have got an ogre, haven't they?
My Norse could do with the shooty one. Maybe I don't know if an elf ranger will work with them.
Warlock is still good. Their spells are amazing.
Warlock, that's it. No, I think I did. I did. The hire warlock, didn't I? I just haven't used it yet because I did it. Yeah, we'll see next time. But
yeah, you did hire warlock. So I offered you a model for it.
Yeah, that's it. I can't remember. Yeah. I think that must have been Norse.
I think it is Norse.
Yeah, someone's ranged. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
So, which one are you least looking forward to using? Reikland.
No, because Reikland were first, so I got a bit of fondness for them. First one I painted up, and they're the ones I'm worried about. The Skaven are a bit. I think they're a bit situational. Depends on the scenario. I think they're sort of a bit reliant on that. Yeah, I think Reikland are going to have the toughest run in. Let's do some tactical hiding.
Yeah. I think Possessed are probably the ones I'm, I guess, least excited. I'm excited about all of them, but the least excited about is probably the Possessed.
Yeah. Favourite moment is that last match where you fell on your spines. The flagellant. Laying unconscious on the floor and managed to kill
a stunned guy. It does. You don't hit, so it's just any model in combat with him.
Yeah, that's so good.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
It was just amazing that I wounded and then got a 6 to
which saved his life.
Which saved his life as well.
Yeah.
Saved his life, yeah.
I don't think I can pick one that. I suppose I'd have to pick the Witch Hunters, but I am really looking forward to using Witch Hunters again. Yeah. But I'm just looking forward more to Beastmen just because I want to see if they can actually do something for once.
Yeah.
I've said Lizardmen and Norse. I just really like the werewolf and just the different look of the warband. So unfortunately, I think I'll pick Witch Hunters, but I do like the Witch Hunters. I'm not saying I don't like them.
Yeah, they're quite well rounded, the Witch Hunters.
Yeah, none of mine I don't like.
Yeah.
But I'm just like most excited about elves.
Yeah.
I like the fact that I painted all my Shadow Warriors for this.
Yeah.
Whereas the other warbands, I kind of added a couple of bits here and there. Basically, I started the elves from scratch, which is exciting for me.
I just want to get an ogre for my dwarves.
An ogre.
They might not be able to hire ogres.
They can hire.
You need to see what they can hire because
they just want to boost their height average.
Could be fun.
Yeah, that'd be good.
That'll be good.
Because they could dwarves. I guess they could comment, but there is other than your leader. There's a lot of strength. There's not much strength 4, is there? Like strength 3 mostly.
Yeah.
In fact, are any of them strength 4 other than the leader? I know he's strength 3.
They're all toughness 4, aren't they?
It's their toughness, but
when
they're charging at you and attacking, their attacks aren't that scary, really. Better at shooting.
Strength 3. It's just the leader. Yeah.
He's a strength 3.
But
but he's got mighty blow, so he's
strength 4.
plus strength in combat.
So
but
he's
Hoggle's up to strength 4. That's who I was looking at.
Oh right, okay. So you've got some strength 4.
He's got
dagger,
so he's not really.
But good to give you a bit more combat then.
Yeah.
I just thought something actually. I probably won't give my orc boss a crossbow because he always used to hang around the troll. And if he stood at the back, stood at the back with a,
is it only the orc boss's leadership the troll can use? Can't use anyone else's. Oh yeah. Yeah, you don't give him a crossbow.
I can give him. I think you can take a bow, so I can give him a bow.
Yeah. But basically 4, right?
Take a 4, yeah. So I can give him a bow still.
Best of 4 orc. I can't remember in fantasy.
I think it's I'll see. I you can have a bow, so I'll give him a bow. Anyway, I think I'll do.
Yeah.
So it's gone for an now.
Comment who you want to win. Who you're supporting. If anyone's still listening, I got this far.
You're supporting me. Support me.
Just cut it out.
Anyway, thanks a lot for watching and listening, I suppose, more for this one. Listening.
Well, watching the photos, aren't we?
Photos,
pouring over our lovely painted warbands.
Yeah. Okay, thanks a lot for watching.
See you next time.
Bye.